Good.
Sorry.
Oh, pardon me.
Let it get start. Let it get start.
Dixie, start us off.
Oh, I start us off now? Okay. Hi, welcome to the Onyx Path Twitch channel where we play Onyx Path games. I'm Dixie Cochran. I work for the Onyx Path. We are playing Changeling the Lost today. It is the second part of a two-parter, so if anything seems really confusing, you should probably watch the VOD from last week first. That said, I will leave it to our GM to actually introduce himself, what we're doing, and, you know, throw it to the rest of us about our characters, because that's usually his job. We just threw him off. So go, disembodied voice.
Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Tom Murr, your disembodied voice, represented by a stained glass window and some thorns. And I am your storyteller for, well, tonight. It is close tonight over here because the sun is settling down in Germany right now. And I am very, very excited to pick up all the broken pieces we left behind last week as we ventured into the city of Berlin. And yeah, we're experiencing some very interesting happenings. And I would love for my players to introduce themselves. And I would love to start with Jenny, who is returning to be the force of heart and reason.
We got into a lot of shenanigans without you.
Yeah.
Dita in the house. Yeah. What do you want me to say? Jenny. Hi.
Who's your character? Who are you playing?
Oh yeah, I'm playing Dita, the ogre. Level-headed and quite protective of her friends. Yes, but was elsewhere last time. So hopefully she will be able to come to the aid of her comrades this time.
We're doing fine. We're not getting plunged into an alternate dimension or anything. It's
yeah,
fine.
or getting stabbed by someone unknown.
We didn't cause an incident.
We did
No,
not.
you were gone.
No.
No anomalies at all.
None.
As I said before, my name's Dixie. I am playing Zilka Weiss. She is a Spiegel build, which is a new kith coming out in Kith and Kin. She's also a Darkling. She is immensely creepy. And she can walk through mirrors and do other very strange things and likes to freak people out. Wes?
Hi, I'm Wes Franks, also known as Brother Wes from Carrying Comfort Studios, and for this afternoon or evening, wherever it may be for you, I am playing Rudyard Livingston, a Darkling Helldiver that is, has dived a little bit too far as of last episode, so let's try to recover from that a bit, shall we?
Hi, I'm Kay, and today I will be playing Princeton Channing, our fairest night singer. Usually very whimsical, fun, a little aloof to the rules and the ways of things, but he's a little tilted right now. Someone messed with his love and stuff's about to go down.
Yeah, this is our motley crew for tonight, and I think we are ready to start in a second after I told you a secret. Well, we were blaring about the secret for like 2 weeks, but we've got something very, very beautiful for one of our wonderful and beautiful watchers. There is a giveaway by the wonderful artist called Rachel Quinlan, and she made some astounding and very, very changeling fairy jewelry and stickers. And we've got another batch, one we gave away last week and one we are going to give away this week. And this will be happening in our break time, so don't run away and enter the wheel of names, but we will tell you more about this in the break. So,
Oh, I can put it up real quick. I forgot I had it as a background.
ooh, this
Hey,
would
look.
be so lovely.
Stickers and pins.
I just want to point out this amazing moth right
The moth is so
next to
good.
Dixie's head. It is a pin. It is so beautiful.
It's so pretty. I'm gonna buy one for myself in my changeling team.
So stay tuned for this, and also stay tuned for what happened last time on Changeling Spreepark. Last time, our heroes.
Are we though?
I
You
like the
are.
idea.
You are if you are complete.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I need to stop
Whoop
shooting
me.
you about this. So, our protagonists were living their best life in the wonderful city of Berlin, and our charming Prince Channing was visiting his lover, and there happened bad stuff, which might have included some dream magic or not. And in the panic, Channing called for his friends, which were witnesses to a conversation between two of the queens in the Spreepark, who were discussing maybe a murder which might have taken place or not. They got ordered to sort things out and clear up the mess that might have happened, because the Summer Queen killed the fetch. Stuff happened, a lot of it, and the trace of breadcrumbs led to somebody the motley, or one member of the motley, was already familiar with. The group met Silke's Fetch, an elderly lady who had a family life, as it seems, and she was in the possession of a very, very powerful token, a so-called bubble, which allows the user to dream shape the reality to some extent. And Princeton and Silke mind manipulated their way into the...
I did not. Princeton did.
Yeah, Princeton did. And
I was doing the right thing. I incurred no clarity damage. I was just a good boy.
yes, your Fey overlords will be very happy to welcome you in their ranks someday. So they got entry to this apartment and got really close to the aforementioned artifact. As Rudyard was outside, and he noticed that they have been watched, and he followed some traces and ended up with a knife to his belly and a knife to the attacker's throat, probably, I don't know, face area generally, and is having a nice standoff in the middle of the night in some backyards in the middle of a Berlin apartment complex. So, and to...
No need at all for my help. I hate.
Yeah, we've got this
No,
handled.
no, we're fine. We're totally
Yeah.
fine. Everything's fine.
Enjoy your nap, Dita.
And everything just got better as Silke and Princeton were very close to laying their hands on the bubble. They were enwrapped with the magic of the token and drawn away from the plane of the awakened. So everything is just fine and dandy in Berlin, I guess. And
I think you left out the most important part, which is that somebody has a motorcycle that has a sidecar that's big enough for Dita.
Oh yes.
Wes has a sidecar.
Rudyard.
For
I don't
Dita.
think Wes has it. I think
Sorry,
Rudyard has it.
Rudy has it.
Wes wants it.
Yeah, Wes also has it.
Wes wishes for it in his dreams.
My heart of hearts.
Yeah, and everything's fine. Let's go.
Yeah, we could just chat. We don't need to deal with it. Everyone's fine.
Everyone's fine.
everything is so fine. in this very dark backyard. Somehow, all the people in the surrounding apartments, with these all too open windows, vanished from the glass panes. The barking of the dogs stopped because all of them, with one exception, were released by Rudyard. You tried to find a connection to the remaining dog, which eyes were used to spy on you. And just as you tried, the assailant came from the shadows. It is very early spring, so the night brings a chill wind. And I would like to know, what does your hand look like that grasps the knife and holds it up to the stranger?
You see most of it is covered by fingerless gloves, but the fingers that protrude from the glove holes, the finger holes, are not like mine. They are long and blackened with soot, and they have fingernails coming out of them that are jagged and broken and look almost like talons. And they seem to have an extra knuckle on them.
Where is the knife directed at?
I would say right at the throat. If there be an Adam's apple on this figure, then it's right there. But it's right there, center of the throat. Ready to do just a quick wrist flick if need be.
What are your eyes looking for?
Either a way out, or anyone else that is trying to maybe flank me, trying to use that guard dog mentality when he was but just a figure resting above his Fey Lord's throne, ever watchful.
Your weary check is countered by the observance of the dog. It went away for like 2 or 3 steps and is closely watching you. The ears are up in attention, studying your every movement. It is somehow easier to look at your surroundings and not the person you have under control right now. But do you really? You feel the cold metal through 1 or 2 layers of cloth. It is a irritating cold. Something that makes you feel completely uncomfortable, like it would cut through this cloth so easily, and even further. And the biting feeling it gives to you, it's just, it would cut through everything, through every veil, through every glamour. There's no protection from this knife that you can shake out of your armrest. The face of the assailant is hidden. You can't see it. and your eyes won't fix on it. What do you do?
Still maintaining the knife at their throat, Rudyard's going to narrow his eyes and just say, "Seem we've got ourselves a bit of a standoff here, mate. So listen here, lad. You gonna give a name? Or am I gonna have to cut you down?"
You won't get no name. But we can solve this easily and quiet. Leave. And don't return for the night, and everything will be alright. Just go.
I would love to do that, lad, but it seems that you've been affecting some of the people in this neighborhood. And like I said before, this area is under protection.
No, don't worry about the people here. They won't be bothered any further. I will take care of this.
Do you have a token or a marker to give me some assurance that you're not going to stab me in the back there, lad?
Big words from somebody spying here. Why don't I know that you are here in good faith?
You don't?
So do you have some sort of token or anything like this that I can rest assured that you're not doing harm to anybody here?
Slowly, Rudyard's going to open up the inside of his leather jacket, and there's going to be sewn in like a patch, a couple of slips of like tickets from a Spreepark arcade machine. It's just pinned to the inside, and then lowers it back and moves his hand to the side. Very slow, methodical. Like, I'm not trying to do anything that's untoward.
So you organized yourself.
Aye. One of the Spreepark 5, motherfucker, and you're on our turf.
Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't know that this was your turf. But hey, we can solve everything just fine. I will take away my knife, and you will as well. And then you go your way. You can return tomorrow, it's alright.
I think it's best I see you out.
Oh, I'm sorry, I have to take care of some business here.
I said, I think it's best I see you out. And if you won't let me, then I'm going to crack your head open like an egg, and I'm going to pull out every single fear you've ever had in your miserable life, and spool it out and put it in front of you, for you to play over in your head over and over, like reruns on an old TV. You dig?
Believe me, you wouldn't want to do that. Never.
Rudyard's gonna wait for the person to put their blade down before he makes any movement, but he's gonna maintain this pose, trying not to flinch or blink.
Maybe roll wits plus empathy roll.
Ooh, I'm not too bad at that. Not too great, but not too bad. Could be worse. All right, let's plus empathy.
That is 1000% a me roll. I have like 8 dice in that pool.
Mm-hmm. That's a success.
That's enough. You notice that for a second it is like they're trying to tease you to do as you promised, to see if you would. But then the knife slowly moves. And that is in sharp contrast to two other people moving very, very fast right now. We have Princeton and Silke. And last time we saw them, they were falling to the ground in the kitchen of Silke's fetch. Now we see them in another place. You fall, but just a very short distance. And you're standing high up in a dark sky on a steel beam. It's very high up, the uppermost point of a construction ruin. You're surrounded by other half-finished skyscrapers. And you can see that on some of them, brightly lit neon advertisement boards are installed. There's wind with you, blowing, pushing you slightly, again and again, a little bit out of balance. There isn't much room to move unless you want to fall down. What do you do?
Oh. Don't like this.
This is certainly a conundrum, but so I look across the beams. Are there places, like if we were to walk across this sheer place, would we reach somewhere?
No, you wouldn't. You're just up here and trapped.
I open a door to the hedge.
Interesting idea. How would you do this?
I think you spend a willpower, and then I just draw with my finger in the sky a little door, and walk through it.
I didn't know you can do this from dreams.
Oh, are we in a dream? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay.
You are in a
Well, I
dream.
didn't know that. I thought we just got transported somewhere.
Nope. Sorry. You
Okay,
are
so
in a dream.
I try to open a door to the hedge. When it doesn't work, that's when I realize I'm in a dream.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So this isn't real.
Huh.
But you know, they say if you die in a dream, you die in real life.
Yes, and that's not what I'd really like right now.
But it's a dream. Do you think we can fly?
I would be considering what was going on before, as much as I
Jilka
would
tries
love
to fly.
No.
No, I don't jump. I try to fly up.
Okay.
Because it's a
Fly
dream.
up. Okay.
I just like try to will myself to fly because it's a dream.
This would be a possibility. I think you would need to do some
dream shaping for this. So you tell me how this looks like. We're gonna go for a fitting roll for this action, and we will subtract 3 dice from it in the beginning, and then we will see if you can fly.
Yeah. What kind of roll are we looking at? Because I'm thinking that Zilika just tries to literally just tries to levitate off the beam to see if she can fly. 'Cause it's a dream, and she's trying to shape her dream.
Like meditating or
No, just trying to do it like a superhero. Just trying to just being like, hey, if I think about flying straight upward, will I do that?
Then I think I would associate this with
presence.
Probably presence. Yes, I can see this being. We don't. Presence, or maybe even resolve.
Okay, I can see resolve. Resolve and what?
Let's go with empathy.
I don't feel like that's not right.
What do you feel like? What would you prefer?
Oh, no. I was looking at my character sheet is incorrect.
Okay.
On the thing. So I have empathy 4 on my character sheet for social, and I only have 1 for some reason on the Foundry one. So I'm just gonna add some dice to this.
Actually, that makes sense because you're -3 dice pool.
Oh, okay. Well, that works then. But still. 2 successes.
Wonderful. So, tell me, how does it look like as you start up?
What Princeton would see is literally if you've seen how Scarlet Witch flies and WandaVision, she just kind of rises up a little bit and she's like, cool. It's a dream.
I think Princeton forgets himself for a moment and seeing this gets kind of excited, and he's like, back in the day, they used to do where they'd take these wires and they'd be thin and invisible and we'd fight in the skies. Well, I would fight in the skies. Usually my opponents were winged, but I wonder if I too could fly, and he's gonna try and fly also. So presence, empathy, you said, Tom?
Yeah, but if you like to use another approach,
I like presence and empathy.
Okay.
I'm good there. And then a -3 dice mod. One success.
That's also working. So you both are up in the sky, and you can immediately feel that the void beneath you is starting to drag you down, to pull on you, to give in and just fall, because that is what you're going to do in just some time. You will tire. Something will make you lose your concentration. Something will convince you that you can't fly. It's just a matter of time. Spare yourself the struggle. Just fall now.
I'll we get out while we can, Princeton.
Zilka. You do, you used to do journaling and things like that. Do you keep any old papers on you?
Sometimes. What are you looking for?
Do you have anything, I don't know, maybe 50 odd years old? Just anything paper, 50 years old.
Oh. And she pulls out her wallet and she's got an old concert ticket.
Thank you.
Yeah, why?
Do you mind terribly losing this?
I'll never forget that night. You go ahead.
All right. And with this wonderful item in hand, Princeton is going to activate Mastermind's Gambit.
Which does what?
So
Yes.
I can dramatically monologue a +5 plan into existence for a session.
I
And he's
love
like-
that.
He's like, this seems like a perilous time. So, and he's like looking at this paper and like rubbing different signs. But like this concert that you went to, and as aged as things go, we can become this situation. It's a dream. We can make anything happen if we put our minds to it. And I think we can fly. And it wants to go below, but if we just fly up and up and up we go, I think there's a door, and I think that doorway will lead us right to where we want to go. Because you see, in this dramatic epilogue, though my horse is not by my side, you, Silka, are my hero, and we are going to save my fair maiden.
But you're gonna call me your horse for a second, so I'm
No,
glad you
no,
didn't do
your
that.
dear sidekick. You're like, and you will help me, and you will, the darkness to my light, and we shall champion further and further up, and we will find the false doppelganger, and we will make them pay and exert for their crimes, and then we will gather our companions and we will celebrate with large jugs of mead, and all shall be harrowing, and we shall recount this story for days and days to come. And he just goes as they go up and up and up, he just goes and goes and goes and doesn't. It's like, because no stopping for breath. This like wonderful thing they're going to do, this beautiful plan of how they're going to get out of here and save the day, as true heroes would, for he is Princeton Channing.
What happens to the ticket?
I think as the story goes on, the ticket just slowly crumbles, but the crumbles like drift and shape an archway that leads to a door out of here.
Oh, great. The sky grows darker, even though you are storytelling an escape route into existence. The dream doesn't want to let you go, and dark clouds arise, and one can hear distant thunder roaring up. The air is getting static, and everything starts to feel so much more real, dream logic experiencing when you're asleep there. So on a subconscious level, that this is real, this is how the things are. And of course, my worst nightmare person from real life has these very long fangs and claws and stuff like this. This is right. But in this case, you are convinced, not convinced, but everything seems so real, so natural to you. It's a weird dream. And luckily, you have Silke with you, who wrote 2 successes on her dream shaping roll, which means aside from the one you need to fly, you can change a minor detail or introduce a new element into your dream. Is there anything you can think of right now, Silke, that you would have entering the story?
I wouldn't mind if Dita were here. But no, let's see. So we are flying. It is scary. There are dark clouds. We don't know how to get out. I think just making the actual door appear. Like there's an actual exit so we can get back up into the apartment and back to Rudy and our friends.
Right. So at the point at which you will interact with the door, I will grant you another die. Please remember me about this later.
Yes.
So the camera zooms out a little bit and we can see how tiny our 2 changelings are in comparison to the just gaping maw that is the never-ending city below them. And on the horizon, they're just other large high towering structures like towers and mountains and giant trees, and everything is just made to fall from it. You are at the cliff, the dream of panic and feeling of losing everything. This is a very bad place to be in. And we changed the perspective on the place we are looking at. There's somebody else in the waking world not too far away. Probably the only person within the window frame right now, with a back to said window, is standing Dita in a messy living room. And you are with company right now. There's a young man, more a teenager, a boy, 16 years old, Marcus Kramer, you brought back some time ago from the hatch. Why are you with Marcus right now?
Well, Dita, as most of others that are used to traveling between these worlds, know that it can be really, really hard to settle into a new setting and a new life, or even return to your old ways and your old life. So she feels a bit responsible for how they treated him back then, and of course, made how he manages now. Dita has been checking in on Marcus from time to time to make sure that everything is going well for him.
Well, you know, it's really hard. I tried again, but have you ever tried to apply for therapy here? It's just, it's the worst. I have to wait for at least half a year, they said to me. Well, that was like 2 months ago, and I'm still on the waiting list for another waiting list for an appointment. And as I called the emergency lines, they were all like, are you in danger right now? And I was, no, I need help with some experiences I made. And they were like, well, if you're not in danger right now, please be patient and stay with us for as long as it takes. And
Marcus, I know that the grinding of the bureaucratic stones might be slow here. Do you want me to see if I can find someone you could open your heart to? I mean, you can always talk to me, you know, but as you also know, talking might not be my strong suit. Maybe Princeton would listen, be able to give you advice.
I don't want to offend you, but I would prefer if it was some professional person who I didn't see in this very specific moment, you know?
Yes. But of course, I can check if anyone has any contacts in Berlin that can help you fast track this session you need. I understand the need to talk about this, but I think the human world is convoluted at best, and might not be as easy to get the help you need in quickly.
I mean, how do you deal with this?
Me? Well, I just deal with it. I go on and concentrate on other things. I know that's not that helpful, maybe, but Well, we are all different. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to scare you away, but you just called this thing mortal world.
I tend towards the dramatic sometimes. I'm sorry. Uh, are you enrolled in a school or something?
Yeah, I'm.
Don't they
I'm.
have some kind of counselor or something at school that you could talk to?
Well, yeah, we do have some social workers, but they are all occupied with, getting people into jobs or helping with stressful situations at home and conflicts with parents and getting stuff not done and you know uh, uh, I don't feel like they would have much patience for me telling them that I walked nightmare landscapes for a while. What I I tried once with a teacher and he told me that I should do less drugs. I mean, it might have been a coke-induced dream as far as I know, but you are here and we are talking, so it probably wasn't. And I don't feel that many people do believe me.
No, they probably won't. Um, the nature of what you experience has a tendency to disguise itself for those who haven't experienced it, and even though you could more or less present them with proof of that it happened, it will still look off in their heads. I wish there was something I could do.
So, yeah, if you hear about somebody who would be open to listen to me, that would be great, I think.
Yes. Do you want me to keep checking in on you, Marcus? Is it helping you, or am I only making this worse? I can't help but feel responsible for everything you've been through, and I wouldn't want to leave you stranded.
I think out of the bunch of the people, you weren't the one who wanted to put me into a bag. I need to talk about this stuff. I know we probably won't find any solutions. I wouldn't know how.
Well,
But
the parts I can help you with, I will help you with, but I understand that you have needs greater than what I can give. But as I said, I can check with the others if there's anyone who knows of anyone that can help you with this.
yeah, this would be great. And talking with you makes me feel that I've got some sort of control, and I think that's good.
Yes, maybe it's good that you know that it wasn't your mind playing tricks on you. I think that might be the best way to handle this. Or you could spiral down into something.
Dita, Did you try to tell somebody out of your community about the things that happened and about yourself?
As I said before, talking is usually not my way of things. I hit things and stand in the way for, well, harm to each others. It is my responsibility to be the shield for those more vulnerable than me, and I rarely think that much of what it means for me in person.
You never told, like, your spouse or, I don't know, parents?
I don't have anyone like that to confide in.
So
The
this,
those I have are those my friends, those who are like me in ways. And yes, that might not always be the right people to talk to.
so this will make me a loner.
It doesn't have to. Use this and let it shape you into a poet, an artist, an author, and creator. You have seen things others haven't. Don't let it weigh you down, more lift you up. And even if you can't tell of the wonders and horrors you have seen, you can at least try to express them to others.
I think now I understand much more about Rilke, more than in school. But to be honest, I think I have a lot to think about right now.
I will seek out my friends.
Yes, I don't want to be unpolite, but I feel I need to wrap my head around things.
I will check in on you at a later time, if that is okay with you. And I will do what I can to get you someone to talk to, someone to confide in.
So you promised this?
Yes, I promise this.
Luckily, he is no changeling. And can't make this a magical promise. But it will burden you nonetheless unless you have fulfilled it. You'll leave the flat, walk down some stairs, and enter into the somewhat frosty backyard. And there you see them. The dog, the unidentifiable person, and Rudyard just a few steps away from you. And it just so happens that the light from Marcus' kitchen window glistens on the edges of the drawn knives. What do you do?
Oh my. My first impulse is to try to get in between Rudyard and the assailant and in whatever way I can. I don't know how far away they are, but let's see. Oh, sorry, it's been so long. I don't know what I have, what abilities I have.
I think you punch real good.
Yeah, I do punch things really, really good. But
Mhm.
you know what? Even though if that's something she's good at, it's not something she enjoys doing. So, let's see. I do. What does what does it look like here? Is this like a small garden, or is it a?
It is a dirty assembly of backyards. You have concrete ground for the most part, trash containers, some sheds. There is a little bit of green, but it is not prominent in any way. You're right now half hidden behind a trash disposal place. And the two persons, one being Rudyard, are very, very much trying to figure each other out. Maybe Rudyard notices you from the corner of his eye.
I think actually I will just try to move behind Rudyard and kind of loom behind in, towering over a bit, trying to look intimidating instead.
This sounds like presence plus intimidation to me.
Let's see. I don't remember how to roll. Is it just click?
Just click
Click on
skill.
the... Click on your character sheet. Choose... click on the name of presence in the social attributes and...
Intimidation.
Yes.
And... Ooh, 1.
Success. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I believe I have to hold this knife a little bit longer to your face, my good friend. These tremors are giving away somebody else. And you can feel that the assailant is watching you closely, Dita. They are not afraid of you.
So, what is the reason you hold the knife towards my friend here?
Nice to meet you, mysterious person. I'm holding this knife to your friend's, I don't know, lower parts. Probably something important back down there. Because we were trying to make an arrangement, and then your friend tried to solve the situation by threatening me, and I am not keen on that one. So, well, maybe you will listen and don't try to pry open my head. I just want you guys to be away for like, I don't know, 1 or 2 hours, and everything will be all right. I will pick up the thing I want, and then we are all happy little people, all right? Mate.
Rudyard, what is the situation here?
The situation is, Dita, that this arsehole forgot how to count. This arsehole also doesn't know where the fuck they are. I suggested this arsehole needs to get stepping. And they have declined. Which means that I might be so inclined to rip them a new arsehole. Isn't that right, arsehole?
I don't know if that's truly intimidating to me or not. Mm, I'm a little bit saddened that you aren't reasonable at this point. You know, just get out of the fucking way. Nobody has to get hurt.
What is it you are after? And why do you need us gone for 2 hours?
You can go for half an hour. It was just like making a point. I just don't like your kind. That's all.
Our kind?
Our kind.
Well, you're a big, large person, and that guy here, well, he gives me all the insectoid vibe, so yeah, you're kind.
Storyteller.
Yes.
Rudyard is not a very patient man, and this has been going on for far too long. So I would like to use mine of the Baba Yaga on this individual. And it is a contested roll where I use my presence, my intimidation, and my mantle. Luckily, my mantle gives me a +2 to intimidation as well. And they have to roll. 1 second, let me grab that here. Yeah, I had it pulled up, I swear. It's a... Oh, there we go. Autumn's Contracts. They have to roll Composure and Weird against it. So I'm going to do Presence plus Intimidation, and then modifier +2. It's a roll of 7, so come on, help me out here. That is 3 successes.
Please tell me what happens.
So when I come into the target's line of sight, the target sees me as their greatest fear. They instantly gain the frightened condition and must spend a point of willpower to take any action that requires dice for the duration. Changeling targets may suffer an attack on their clarity at the player's or the storyteller's discretion, depending on the fear evoked. The changeling may let observers also see him as the target's greatest fear, and they react accordingly. If it's an exceptional success, the target also gains the immobilized tilt for a number of turns equal to the changeling's mantle. That is 2. Yep.
Great. Others can see this as well?
Yes, up to your discretion.
Dita. You can feel the mantle of Rudyard welling up as he summons the power of autumn to his command, and you can see that he changes, but not too much, actually. You saw this power at work last time in the hatch, and the transformation was massive. There was nothing left of Rudyard. There was only this image of the huntsman. But now, you have this mock person in front of you. And Rudyard has just a big fucking hole in his chest. One could stuff a head through this hole. And he's not too It's not a beauty sight, to say at least. And I need to Rudyard to roll his willpower dice. So his current willpower in dice right now.
Ooh, okie dokie. It's saying I only have one? I've got
No, you do.
5. Though.
You probably got 5.
Okay. I haven't spent a willpower yet, but feel free to correct. I'm gonna go ahead and just roll dexterity and then add 5. Did that do it? Nope. All right. All right, not rolling. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna do resolve athletics. Go ahead and roll that. There we go. 5 dice.
It is enough.
Okie dokie.
You get some feedback from this. Some shock of fear. Just for a heartbeat, just for a second. You feel that something horrible is waiting for you. An emptiness, a void that's going to eat you away. Takes everything from you. Your music, your solitude, and your friends. The place you live in, the connections you have made. All these rules you care about, the safety of the community. Everything will be devoured. And you know why? Because there's an emptiness in your chest that can't be filled. And it will eat away at you. The assailant silences a scream away as the eyes widen. You see them just for a very, very short moment. But your mind bars away the image you saw. And then they tried to turn around and run away, leaving the knife made from cold iron falling to the ground. Do you want to take action? Any one of you two?
I think actually, as I see the sight of Rudyard transformed, I involuntarily actually take half a step back. But as the assailant turns and runs, I think I instinctively also reach for the knife as it falls to the ground.
Rudyard?
Rudyard's just gonna breathe a little bit and go, let them go. They know better than to come around here again.
And they run.
What are you doing here, Rudyard?
Dita, I would normally ask you the same thing, but it is a great, great fucking time to be seeing you this evening. And he's gonna go, shit, and just like lean against the alley wall and just kind of breathe a little bit. And go,
Are you hurt? Are
No.
you okay?
oh, no, that was just really fucking intense. That was really intense. I almost had a little panic attack there. I did not think that was gonna go off well. I was pretty sure they were gonna try to stab me. But I'm so glad you showed up when you did.
Well, you seem to handle it pretty well.
Practice. What are you doing here?
Well, you remember Marcus,
Marcus.
the young lad we stuffed in a bag?
Bag Marcus. Yeah, how could I forget the lad? How's he doing? Is he acclimating well?
He is struggling, but I think he will be fine in time.
Ah, of course, yes. Get a couple pints in him, and he'll be fine. Just fine.
He's 16.
It's Germany.
I started drinking when I was like, what, 14, 13? It's fine. You're fine. There's
Yes.
nothing bad that could happen when you start
No.
that young at all.
Of course. You turned out fine, didn't you?
Just dandy. Just dandy. But, well, I hate to hear that the lad's having trouble, but, I'm sure he can have somebody to talk to that might be able to help him.
Yes, that's actually, I would love to talk to all of you about that. It's not my expertise, but I think he actually would need some professional help.
Professional help. Oh, I'm sure Princeton can help out the lad. Princeton's good with words.
Princeton knows many words, yes, indeed, but I don't know if he knows the right kind.
Fair enough. Well, speaking of knowing words, it's good that you showed up. We've got a bit of a situation. There's something going on with a bauble or something, a trinket or something, I don't know, but it's affecting the dreams of the mortals around here. And it's causing a bit of a stir. Whatever's happened, it's got, well, you didn't hear it from me, but, Princeton's got himself a little side piece, you understand? A lover in the night, some might say. And apparently, the lad cares an awful lot about this gentleman. So, normally I wouldn't be meddling in the affairs of others, but it seems to affect Princeton quite a bit, so we went to go investigate. And, well, Silka and Princeton, and I'm going to point up at the balcony, are up there right now handling it. And I think they got it covered. Couldn't possibly be anything going on wrong. But if we want to go check on them, I'm sure they'd be happy to see you.
Do you know our friends as well as I do?
Oh, shite, you're right. They're probably somewhere they don't need to be.
I think we would do well checking in on them. If they are close by, yes.
Agreed. Definitely agreed. And, make our way.
Wonderful. Welcome to the screaming skies of the cliff. Well, you are. Distance in a dream is strange. This is the point at which it starts to get weird again. After it felt so realistic for a moment. You sure you're close to the door? You can see it. It is not too far away. The thing is, you were on a steady fly upwards until you weren't anymore. Because directions didn't shift, but between the clouds that drew closer, between the dark giants roaming the sky right now, and the wind that's getting stronger and stronger, like the fingers of steel skeletons. New steel beams reach through the cloudy blanket upwards to you, and the door is still in front of you, and from the motion of flying, you change into falling because the landscape changed. And the dream tries to get you back into falling. And I need you to tell me how you're fighting against the giant vacuum pulling you down into the depths.
Princeton, this is way more of a you thing than me.
Yeah.
Like I thought I made a door to leave last time, but apparently not.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I thought I conjured a door into existence and a way out also. So I think that Princeton is, let's see. Yeah, he's a Dexy fellow. So I think he wants to grab onto one of these beams and swing them upwards so they can land on them. Preferably grabbing Zilka also to swing them up.
So let's make this a dexterity athletics roll.
All right.
And please don't forget your plus 5 point bonus from the contract you used.
Yes.
The door is still there. It
Yeah.
isn't gone. It's just that the sky above you just became the ground, and your method of
it's-
moving changed from flying to falling. You lost control, but this door is still there. You just need to get there.
Yes. So it's plus 5 dice, right?
Yes.
All right. 2 successes.
Yeah. So you grab the steel beam and use your own speed, your velocity, your energy to throw yourself around, and you pick up Zilka, who is very light in the stream.
Mhm.
For a short moment, she weighs like a ton, dragging you down, but you pick her up. You command the stream. You have your plan. You will stick to your plan. And there is the door again, and you are on the way up.
Yeah, and I think Princeton's like, nope, this is not how the story goes. Heroes don't fall to their death. They grab onto a balcony ledge, and he just, like, his hand just, whoop, latch, got, like, an arm around, like, in a very classic, like, maiden savior pose, got an arm around Zilka's waist. Yeah,
Yep.
I know. She doesn't, he's like, I know, this isn't your classic position, but it's what we need to do.
No, you're like trying to make it like a maiden face, and like she's just like slumped over. Like, nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna pose for you.
No, you don't have to pose. I just need to grab you around here because this is like a good center point, and just grabs and like pushes towards door. Work with the story, Zilka.
The dream tries for one last final attack as both of you probably reach for the frame of the wooden door. It builds up a lot of pressure and hammers down on you with the force of all their memories. We felt lost. Somebody made a promise to us in a very important situation, and they didn't keep the promise. We felt alone. We felt as if they pushed us over this fucking cliff, and there's no place to land on. There's nothing to hold on because our trust was betrayed in such a horrific way.
I'm gonna say that since my thread is cynicism and I have this whole thing about not trusting people, that maybe Princeton feels this really hardcore, but that like gives me resolve because I'm like, you can't trust anybody. Like, this is just how the world is.
This sounds reasonable to me, yes.
Yeah.
So while Princeton is being sad and getting all hopeless, I just like kind of toss him through the door.
That's a wonderful idea. I want to make a proposal. I want to see if Princeton is getting beaten down from this. And I would like you to roll some sort of resolve plus composure as your defense. If you roll 2 successes, you won't take any willpower damage. On the other hand, I offer Silke to reap glamour from this dream.
Ooh.
And I think it would be a composure roll because it would fit you to... This is a reassuring situation. Your beliefs are supported in this. And what would be a good skill? What would be a good skill?
What is the opposite of empathy?
Persuasion?
Probably. Yeah, we will make this work.
Okay.
Just roll it.
Oh, the wind. There's a ghost in here.
Ghost. So Tom, I love your idea, but I may have an idea to foil it. Side note on the Princeton angle.
Okay.
I rolled 3 successes.
Ooh, nice.
You get 3 glamours.
Yes.
From the nightmare realm of the cliff.
Glamour.
I think Princeton starts to feel this desolation, and he knows in his hardened hearts it's the dream. It's not real, but it feels so real. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out this tiny vial of blue liquid, and he pops the cork, and he drinks it. And as far as he knows, this is going to make him feel wonderfully jubilant, as if he's taking the best shower of his life at the perfect temperature. So he's trying to combat that horror and aloneness with the idea of something warm and contemplative. And perhaps this shower isn't alone. Perhaps he's in this shower with someone special, perhaps like Lars.
Silke is filled with reassurance about her worldviews. And you can feel the raging storm of mistrust, the feeling of betrayal. It tastes bitter, like corroded steel would probably, and splintered concrete. But there's power. In every emotion there's power, and they fuel you. And although they would drag Princeton down, he just knows the right countermeasure. There's nothing that can defeat pleasure, I am sure. And you take a deep sip, and you can feel that the cold wind and the air pressure are ripping some of this warm feeling already away from your body. Taking the warmth, taking the feelings from you, trying to make you naked and leave you as the lonely, betrayed person you are. But there's just so much in this tiny bottle. And there's a lingering taste of it still on your tongue. And you as well receive 1 point of glamour. And then the door opens, and both of you shoot through it. And you wake up. You wake up in a strange situation. You aren't in the kitchen anymore. You are in the living room. You are sitting in two very comfy chairs. But there's some rope around your body and the wood and the cushions, and you're tied down. And we're about to make a break. So, dear Wes, do you want to explain how our awesome giveaway works?
Hi, Hi, yes, my name is Wes, and I'm here. I'm your giveaway master, not your storyteller or your game master, but your giveaway master. So
I'll put the picture back up.
Perfect. So, for this giveaway, what I'm going to give you is a keyword if you're in this chat, and that keyword is going to be vile, VIAL. So you're going to put vile in the chat one time. And I am going to add you to my magical wheel of names, my mystical. I'm going to pull through the hedge and pull out a spinning wheel of names. And then once you add that, the word vile to the chat, I will add your name to the wheel of names. And I will spin said wheel of names when we come back. And whomever it lands on will be awarded these wonderful prizes that are being perfectly modeled by one Dixie Sinai.
by
Dixie
Dixie trying to get out of the way so you can see both of them.
But yes, of course. I will bring up the wheel when we come back. But yeah, go ahead and just pop vile, VIAL, into
But if
the
you
chat.
accidentally type VILE, we'll still put you in.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah,
Any kind of vile, really.
Vile. As long as I can phonetically read vile, then
VIOL is actually a word as well. So
Yeah.
whatever.
Vile, yeah, vile. But listen, this vial wasn't vile. It was delightful. It was blue and beautiful.
You and your vials, all right. So if you want to be entered in this giveaway, then just go ahead, pop vial. I've said vial more in these past 2 minutes than I've ever said in my life. But go ahead and pop that. I will add you to the names, and we'll continue doing that before I spin the name. So if you come in late or you're just now hearing this, vial in the chat.
If you had
Not flask, vial.
If you had a folder full of beakers of poison, would it be a vial?
Vial.
A vile.
Vial.
What happens if I type veal?
Close enough.
Close enough. Okay.
That said, we are going on break.
Yeah.
See ya in a hot minute.
See you soon. We shall be right back.
Yeah, I can't wait to give someone a thrashing about their manners.
And we are back with more Changeling the Lost Spreepark Part 2, featuring our very wonderful cast here. Before we get started, I want to go ahead and initiate. Did I say Spreepark 5? We are 4. Look.
Our group chat.
Excuse me.
Spreepark 5.
There's 5. You're forgetting Maximus, and that's rude.
That's true. Maximus is the 5th. Spreepark 5. All right.
I'm also here. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, Spreepark 6. All right, I will add numbers to this, so help me God.
Part 6.
Speaking of add numbers to this, we are getting ready to do our giveaway. So far, as you can see on my mystical, magical wheel of names here, that has taken the place of the brilliant stained glass window that is Tom Murr, the Sandman himself. You can, but there's still time while I'm talking. To go ahead, if you haven't before, to just drop a vial in the stream. It can be VILE, VIAL, and you can enter yourself in the giveaway.
Also, there's only 3 people right now, so if anybody wants to enter, please do it.
Please do it. Anybody?
Please do.
Yeah, please do. It's great stuff. I'm a part of this, or else
Very
I would.
Cute. Yeah, I kind of want to put violin.
Yeah.
TBH, but I should.
I mean, you can, but we're not going to put your name in.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can enter vial. Show them how it's spelled. But what we are giving away is a wonderful packet or a package, a parcel of multiple stickers and pins that were crafted and created by one very, very special and wonderful artist named Rachel Quinlan. Rachel does a lot of Changeling influenced art and stickers, pins, as you see here in the corner, and also just art in general that you can purchase. The different prints and original paintings. She has a card game, all of these things, and you can check out her store. I've got the link down below my face. You can see her Twitter and the store there. But there's a lot of great whimsical, wonderful, different paintings. I am actually looking at an original painting right now that is from Dark Crystal. That is one of the mystics, and I might grab that.
I love the Dark Crystal.
Love Dark Crystal so much, so I might just buy that because I've just recently got paid. But what you can do right now is if you just put vial, any of those things, if it looks like vial, I will put your name on this wheel right here. We will spin it, and then a winner will be chosen who will have their very own spectacular piece of art. So, like I said, so if you can, please, while I'm padding for time to see if anybody else wants to put their name into the giveaway, by putting viol, or viola, or violin in the chat, then you can definitely do that. But do be sure to go follow Rachel. Give her some support. Wonderful artist. Go ahead and check out her shop as well. You will not regret it. So yes, okay.
So we're going to spend this in 10, 9, 8. Go ahead.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel.
Ba-bum. And we have a winner. It is Haunted Chronicle. Haunted Chronicle, congratulations.
Congratulations.
You have won yourself a sticker pack from one Rachel Quinlan.
And pins.
And pins. So a lot of fantastic stuff. So all you're going to have to do is go ahead and get with one of us.
With me. Get with me.
With the Dixie Cochran, who is above me in this overlay.
And you can whisper me on here, or if you know me on Discord, you can PM me on Discord.
Yep. And we'll figure out how to get that to you. But since we have that out of the way, I think it is now time for us to get back to Spreepark. Take it away, Tom. Take it away.
Well, right now I don't want anybody to get away. There are 2 wonderful persons strapped to 2 comfy chairs in the living room. And we see Silke and Princeton waking up upright, tied down, and there's an elderly woman looking like a older version of Silke standing in the door frame. The light from the reading lamp is giving not too much brightness right now, and so there are some actual shadows in the corners. Fetch Silke standing there in the door frame, looking at you distrustfully, both of you. As you wake up, she has something in her hand, but you don't see what it is.
I thought we had a discussion about being courteous, Zilka. Ropes aren't courteous without permission.
I have a pretty good understanding of what you did back there. And I am not very thankful for this treatment.
I think Princeton has the gall to look a little sheepish. I don't, listen, it's just sort of how the narrative needed to go. We should chat. Can you unbind us? And what are you holding?
I don't think that I will untie you soon, because you entered my home and you made me give you a permission. I don't like this.
I'm sorry my friend was rude. But why are we tied up? What is your plan?
I don't know. You tell me. The thing is, you felt comfortable enough to take advantage of this.
There's very little that I feel uncomfortable about, to be honest.
Yeah. Checks in.
But I'd still like to not be tied to a chair. I'm less comfortable about that.
I'm very uncomfortable about you coming in here and...
I let you have my life. Why can you not let me have mine?
I did.
Then why am I tied to a chair?
Why are you here?
Because you're disrupting people. There's a key thing and it's making people's dreams go all wonky. People don't like wonky dreams. It's confusing for them. And then they can see me for who I am, and that's also very scary.
And it's happening to important people.
It doesn't matter if they're important or not, they're all people.
Yes, but...
Nope, this isn't about you.
She walks over into a corner of the room and takes a chair from the corner and slowly drags it more to a place from which she can see you, but you can see her as well.
What you doing back there? Me?
I'm trying to have a talk we probably should have had earlier.
Okay.
She sits down. What do you think this life is like?
I don't know. It wasn't for me. You seem very happy. A lot of people try to, take their lives back. I didn't. I assumed you'd like it better that way, with me just not interfering with you that much.
Is this easy for you?
Is what easy?
To just carry on, to not wonder what might be happening here?
I like my life. I like watching people and learning things. I like talking to goblins. I like recording things, just like you used to. Before you settled down. I like the Spreepark. I like my friends. They don't always like me, but I like them.
And then Prince is like, I always like you, Silka.
Don't lie.
I'm not lying, and he's not lying.
You might always like her, but sometimes she's very scary.
That's different than not liking you.
So it's nothing you think about, that there's somebody just like you, but having to deal with age and keeping up relationships and...
You're only a person because of what I went through. I would think you'd be grateful.
And she looks at you, and I need you to roll composure plus empathy.
Okay, I'm gonna fix this die issue. So as always, this will look wrong-ish. If you need to add a die, do you just do +1 in the modifier? Or just one?
Just one.
+1?
Either or.
Okay. One success on that giant ass pool.
She looks at you in a way that talks to you. I know. And it is a weariness in this knowledge. There's something like, I know it is like this and it shouldn't be.
You don't have to stay.
I think neither of us should be in this situation, you know. I think I shouldn't exist on the permission of somebody else. That I'm lucky that I'm still alive because others kill their counterparts.
No, it's not a wonderful system, but it's the system that we have right now.
It's a better system than I've seen some people endure.
We just saw a fetch get killed earlier tonight.
I wasn't going to say that out loud, but yes, that just occurred.
And we're trying to stop that from happening. We don't want it to happen. It's bad. People ask questions and they come looking for us. I don't want to be looked for or found.
So we are an inconvenience for you.
No.
No, for me, you're actually more of a convenience. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want this life. You lived it for me. It was a fair exchange, in my opinion. You got a life that you wouldn't have had otherwise. You were a bundle of sticks and buttons and steel all strung together with wire. You had no purpose, no humanity, no consciousness. And then when they took me, they gave you that gift. And then when I came back, I didn't want it. I didn't want this life. So I chose to leave you in peace and go live with my friends. By the time I came back, you had aged and had children. You had a life. I forged my own path. I wasn't going to take that from you. How strange would it be for me to have shown back up to your family 30 years younger? That would have inflicted great pain upon them when they've lived with you for so long.
She gets up from a chair, slowly comes over to you, and starts loosening the knot which bounds you to the chair.
And it looks like you had a wonderful story. And I think Princeton looks at the picture of her and the husband that's up there, and he says, I have someone I'd like to write a story with, and the reason we're here is they were harmed by the things you've been doing with that bauble. And as you've had this chance, I would like a chance with them, please.
I really hate this idea of the story. And ask yourself, would I ever be a protagonist in a story?
You
Would the
were.
likes of me truly the protagonists?
You were the protagonist in a wonderful and fruitful story. You married someone, you've raised children. Honestly, I like that. And he looks away a little. I wouldn't mind that kind of story versus what I've had to do.
But that's the only original thing. Everything else is yours. And she nods towards Silka.
Only the first half of it. You've made the
No.
rest into your own.
I am sticks and rubble, and a tiny piece from you.
But you
She
were there
points
when
at-
the wall came down. I wasn't. You've been here with your family. You've seen great things, great innovations. I missed everything.
And that's on you.
That's not on me. I was taken. I didn't leave willingly, and you know that.
But I'm still a placeholder.
I've given you the place. I don't want it. It is yours, gladly. I will walk away from here and never see you again as long as we can fix this dream bubble issue.
Nonetheless, I'm still made out of rubble and leaves. And only a tiny part of you. And if you ever were to get that back, there's only one way. As far as I know. I don't know if I will live as long as you might be, because I'm a container for this tiny piece of fraction, the splinter of your personality.
I can offer
Someday-
you my word.
Be careful with that.
You know that means something to us.
I know this very much, and I don't want to bring you into the position to maybe have to break it, because
I don't want this. How many times do I have to say it? I don't want it. I didn't want it when I was alive. You wanted it. You must have wanted this, because I never did. You exist. Doesn't matter what you're made of. When I cross through a doorway, I'm made of camera pieces and static. I still exist. I have friends that are made of stone and wood, and they still exist. What does it matter what you're made of? What matters is you've lived this life, and I'm trying to live mine.
We all just want to live a life of our own that we make choices for, that they have not allowed us to have in our times. But we're in a position where we can have those. You're choosing this wonderful life, and Silka and I are free in the Spreepark to make our own choices and do as we wish without that overall guidance of the fair folk. We all want the same thing.
She nods. You should probably have this. And she opens the hand, and in the palm once again lies the key.
Zilka reaches out to take it.
Nothing strange happens.
Okay. Zilka puts it in her pocket.
May I please be unbound?
Sure. And she lets you loose.
I think Princeton hugs her. He's like, I don't know what became of my life. I'm very far away. But I truly hope that if I am lucky enough to have someone similar to you in my place, that they have lived a fruitful, loving life like you have to those that I've cared for in my past. You are wonderful.
We are made from what was stolen from you. Ask yourself what we are missing.
Can I introspectively look in myself to see what I'm missing?
You can try to get in connection with your fetch in your dreams, or with special mirror magic.
I was gonna say I don't know if I even have a fetch. But anyway, yeah.
You could
Princeton,
try.
Yeah. Princeton just sort of frowns, nods a little. But you've taken that piece and you've made it your own over many years. He like clasps her hand.
Yeah.
How did you come upon this key, if I may ask?
I was feeling very, very lonely. Nobody visits anymore. I wanted to feel like I met her again. And then it was there. I don't know if it was a dream or not, but I just grabbed it. Took it with me and I found it home in my pocket. It might be because of the special connection I share with you. She looks at Zilka. Maybe it's because of that. I don't understand much about your conspiracies and machinations. Maybe somebody placed it there, but I have no idea. It felt right. Feeling something again.
Are you still lonely?
Sure.
Do you like to sing?
I don't think I'm a singing person.
Do you enjoy hearing singing? Music?
There's constantly something on the radio, but I couldn't tell you that I liked it.
Well, let's see. He looks around. Do you? And he pulls out a piece of paper and he scribbles like a cell phone number onto it. We'll make plans. We'll find out what kind of music you like. And he hands her the phone number with a genuine smile.
I won't be coming back. It seems to only distress you.
Do you like horses?
That is an odd question, but I am not allergic.
All right, well, you should meet Maximus. I'll bring myself and Maximus when we arrange a date. And we can have coffee, that's a thing, and we can chat. People shouldn't be lonely. Being lonely is hurtful. I will not let you be lonely.
Are you going to take over her brain again?
No. Silka.
I just wanted to make sure. She is, kind of me.
You don't have to if you don't want to, but I want the option to be there for you. People shouldn't be lonely.
There's an awkward tension in the room. Dim light coming from the reading lamp. I don't know what your parting words are, but in the end you leave. And we meet the gang back in the backyard.
Dita! Princeton just runs and gives you a big hug.
Princeton,
Hi, Dita.
Silke. So, you look fine.
Yeah, it's great. We had wonderful conversations, told beautiful stories.
We fell into
We
a
got-
dream and then my fetch tied us up. But we got out.
But we got out. As all, heroes do within their journey, there is a moment of strife, and then they succeed.
Also, I have
And
the dream
overcome.
key now.
Yes, we also have the dream key, so everyone is safe and sound, and we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Rudy, you appear like you want to say something. What happened out here?
Nothing circumstantial. Just ran into someone that was trying to involve themselves in your business, and so Dita and I here went ahead and took care of the problem. Trash took itself out.
Speaking of that, who was that?
I don't think it matters. But if they come around again, I'll take care of it.
And I can help you.
I think, while that is an excellent suggestion, Princeton, that this certain individual would not take too kindly to being sung at or manipulated.
Oh, well, I prefer charismatic vigor. But also, and he pulls a sword out of his side, and it's like a beautiful orchard sword. I am quite handy with a blade.
This is all well and good, but we do still have a murder to cover up.
Oh, right.
Did you ever figure that out, by the way?
The murder?
Yeah,
It was the one queen's fetch.
It was
Go
my
find out where she
queen's my queen's fetch.
It feels like you've been holding out some details, Rudyard.
Oh. I'm sure Red didn't mean it. And Princeton will regale you with this interesting story of love and woe and care as our wonderful spring queen protected and sought the identity, was protected by our summer queen and her loving desire, and how it led to an awful sight of concerning situations with a fetch of our lovely Canuck spring queens who it seemed was not there for trouble, and that itself is troubling.
Yes. And that's still a matter we need to take care of?
Uh-huh. We have to go cover it up so they don't realize she's missing.
All right, well, let's go ahead and take care of it, all right? I don't want anybody to see me around Planta Vault like this, all right?
Oh, right, yes, you're... Yeah, and, like, Princeton will reach out and, like, reach a hand over your cheek. I think you still look lovely like this, Rudyard.
I'm watching
You
you,
don't-
Princeton.
You look kind of creepy.
Good, that's what I
I
was
like
going
it.
for. Thank you. That's what I was going for. Not lovely. Lovely's your thing.
Unsettling, I would say.
Yes, vaguely disturbing.
All right, let's go pack the problems bags and make it look like she took a trip to Ibiza or something like that, all right?
Okay.
Right?
We're gonna get on our motorcycles with Dita in the sidecar?
That is correct.
Yes!
Princeton mounts Maximus.
I hope it looks like a motorcycle, I hope.
Yeah. Princeton pulls out his little flip phone and sends a text to Lars, just being like, "How are you feeling?" Send. And it's like the cheapest flip phone, can only handle like 1 or 2 numbers in it. Like, just sends it off while they trot.
It takes some time until there's an answer. And it just says still processing.
Princeton
But
sees-
you have, sorry.
I was gonna say Princeton sees that, and he maintains a pouch for the rest of the ride.
And you have important business to take care of. You got the address from one stone-faced cloud head. And finally you reach the place. It is another apartment building. There are billions like these. And you notice it actually is in a better shape than most of the places you usually frequent. It has a nice, clean patch of lawn in front of it. The house number is lit, and all the trash is in the according bins, and all the cars parked in an orderly line. It is getting really late, so in front of many windows, curtains are drawn closed, and it is quiet. Wait, not entirely. There's a late bird singing. Just the loveliest tune. And you reach the glass-made front door.
Well,
How do you...
let's go inside. Let's find her. Also, is that bird supposed to be singing this late? Anyone know about birds? I don't know about birds. It seems late for a bird.
I feel like I would know about songbirds.
It's unusual, but on the other hand, it is Berlin. The city itself disturbs many birds, and they're up very early in the morning before the sun rises, and some are even up late at night.
Berlin does strange things to songbirds.
Oh, you think I'd know that? I guess I don't pay attention to them.
I pay attention to all things that sing. Princeton, like, fondly and warmly looks over at the burbs. But we should knock. Or should we just go in?
I think we should just go in, considering that the person that lived here is dead.
What if someone else is inside?
Then we're going to have to do something about that.
How tall is the building that the house is in?
3 stories.
I'll go around the side and try to shimmy up.
Is this key matter connected to this murder matter?
Oh no, they were completely separate. They just kind of happened at the same time. We were sent out on the murder matter, and then Princeton had a boyfriend, and then he was in a dream. Oh yeah, Princeton has a boyfriend. But then he's immortal, and he doesn't know about us. It's great.
Not a problem at all.
It's very dangerous. But yeah, so then he had the dream thing, and then we found the key, and that was making the dream things happen. But now it's in my pocket, so it's probably not dangerous there, right?
You are sure they're not connected?
I mean, anything could be connected, but they don't feel connected.
I mean, Rudyard was actually held under knife threat by a mysterious figure.
Doesn't that happen to Rudy like once a week?
It's somebody's fetch, or it's a huntsman, or it's somebody that thinks they can get the drop on me, and then I have the stare down and the talk, and then I either scare them or I stab them first, and then it's just a whole thing. And then I'm getting talked to by everybody, and they're like, "Rudy, you can't be doing that." I'm like, "Look, I'm just walking around listening to my music. Why are you gonna try to bother me like that?"
Fair enough, but someone being murdered and someone pulling a knife on you close to where this key matter is being resolved.
We do know who committed the murder.
Yes,
so,
we do.
You know,
The murder was one of us, the murderer.
by one of us, he means a queen.
Yes.
Oh,
A queen murdered another queen's fetch, right outside the Spreepark.
I didn't even know that the queens had fetches.
It makes sense.
All of us have fetches.
I mean, I don't know if I have a fetch. I tried Googling.
I ain't got a fetch. I'm long forgotten.
So you did you kill your fetch?
No, they didn't even bother. They
just didn't make one?
They're like, "Oh, who's this person? That's not from Berlin. That's in Berlin. Oh." He goes out into bars, he gets into fights, he listens to terrible music, in their opinion. Might as well just disappear. Oh, just another lost soul wandering through the roads and the hills and the dales of Germany. Just gone without a trace. Mysteriously vanished. Probably in Kowloon somewhere, or Hong Kong. Expat stuff, you know.
Why would you be in Hong Kong?
I don't know. Wouldn't be...
Aren't we getting a little sidetracked?
Right, door. And Princeton will try and open it.
It is electronically locked. It is one of these things you have to ring somebody on the doorbell and get them to open the door for you.
Well, stumped again. Looks like it's time for us to go on back.
You can go in through the mirror,
Of course you can.
and then I can let you in.
Of
Yeah.
course you can.
It is a glass door. That's essentially a mirror, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to spend a point of willpower to enter mirror space. And then I'm going to pop out in the apartment and then buzz them in.
You do. You walk through the door and the mirror, and you get into the place. You hit the buzzer, and then you notice there's light burning in the apartment.
Can I be stealthy? Can I roll stealth?
Sure, you can be stealthy.
I'm gonna try to be stealthy. What's the attribute for that usually? The dex?
Dexterity.
Okay. 2 successes. To be stealthy in the corner until my friends show up at least.
You are stealthy. Rudyard, you and your friends arrive at the door to the apartment. It is, I guess the door is open?
Slightly ajar. I've cracked it.
You have the feeling that Silke is inside.
I would imagine, and I'm gonna stage whisper. He's whispering. I would imagine we should be quiet as we go in, or else Zilka would have just opened the door for us.
You see Rudyard sigh, and he pulls out his knife, and he goes,
Yeah, and Princeton would like to stealthily make his way in.
Now you have to roll stealth, Mr. Jangly officer coat sword guy.
You do.
I do. I do, dear, I do.
I'm just imagining James Marsden from Enchanted the whole time.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
pretty-
no, yep, that's it.
It's basically a blonde James.
Or Chris Pine from Into the Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. No success.
You are not stealthy.
Sex is there.
I just realized that your name is misspelled in the sheet as Printon, and I'm into that.
I doubt that being stealthy is Dita's favorite approach to things. So I will. Well, Dita will probably just walk slowly.
Mm-hmm.
And Rudyard?
Rudyard's gonna go ahead and he's gonna make himself stealthy. Let me look and see here. Yeah, I'm not gonna use any. I've got no glamour left, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just creep on in, tiptoe. So let me go ahead and roll with stealth here.
Please.
Thank you.
Yeah, because like at the very least we could surprise them by being 4 people instead of just 2, right?
Well,
Who knows? Maybe if you succeed well enough, you can help me.
if this doesn't work, then I don't know what will. Out of 7 dice, I got 1 success there, mon capitaine.
Great. So you enter the apartment. What is the thing that happened that gives Princeton away?
I think Princeton comes in and he is being rather stealthy, but then I think there's a radio playing a song and he can't help but start humming along.
You're such a doofus.
Yes.
And
The song just calls to him.
And you hear that that there's a voice coming from another room. Oh, just wait a second. Maybe a phone rings. I will have a look. And where are you? As somebody enters the corridor you're in right
I think
now.
Princeton got distracted, so he's like standing next to this like radio. It's just on like a little table, and he's just like he's just humming, sort of entranced a little by it.
Is Dita behind you?
Yes. Dita is standing. Well, I think Dita is standing more in the door opening, kind of looking tentatively outside and trying to cover the corridor as well, or the hallway as well. A little bit nervous about this, but yeah.
I will spare your ears, but there's a scream echoing through the stairwell and the flat and everything. as a woman enters the corridor. She wears a similar fashion of clothing, just as Knax. She is wearing patchwork, comfy clothing, and has long hair and dreadlocks, and she has a phone to her ear. And she looks at you, and then she just says into the microphone, "There are people in my home."
I immediately, seeing that, hearing that, am going. Princeton's go-to in this sort of moment is Cupid's arrow. He's just like shit.
So, situation with Mind Crush. Go for it.
Yeah. Just immediately, he's like, bah. One success. And it is, side note, versus your composure tolerance.
We are on ice height. I also got one success.
Ooh, what does that mean?
It means that the defending party is winning.
Rip.
What the heck are you doing here?
Hi, I'm a friend, just popping in to say hello. Why don't we chat for a moment? You could tell the person on the phone just a friend dropped by.
You got like 20 seconds until I call the police.
Wait, does she look exactly like Canuck? Or is she just dressed
No,
similar?
she dresses like her.
Okay. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm in the wrong place. I'll leave. And he's gonna start backing away as if he's, leaving.
There's Dieter right behind you.
Just backs right into Dita.
Where the fuck do you think you're going? What did you do to my door?
Nothing.
It is open! You
The door was
broke into my fucking flat!
No.
Storyteller.
Yes?
Does she see me? Am I nearby?
She doesn't see you. You
We're-
are
we're
nearby.
stealthy, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I go ahead and hit her over the head with the pommel of my knife?
Put her in a bag!
You can.
Good old bag
I don't
trick.
approve of this, but you can.
This is a panic. This is a panic roll. Rudy is panicking now. Because I was like, maybe Princeton could just leave. Just be like, oh, sorry, okay.
Apartment.
Wrong apartment. Okay, Dex, strength and brawl.
I don't think it's the wrong
Yes.
apartment. I think that it's like her girlfriend or roommate or something.
Yeah.
No, I know that. But Princeton was gonna be like, "Oops, wrong apartment. I'm gonna go."
Oh, yeah.
Wrong apartment. 0 successes. This is the payback that we did. Oh, might I spend a willpower?
Sure.
Oh, wait.
Is it reroll? Is it reroll up to 3?
It is rolling 3 additional dice.
Rolling 3 additional dice. Oh, so great. Let's go ahead and do a. Let's make it wits and occult, whatever. Or yeah, wits and occult, but it's 3 additional dice. 1 success.
Woo!
You hit her with the blunt end of the knife. She, you don't knock her out, but the surprise, the pain, the impact throws the phone out of her hand, and it,
Princeton, grab the phone.
yeah, it also, somehow everybody has very crappy phones around here. It's an old phone.
It'll
And
look fine after the fall.
it just the back side just springs up, and the energy cell tumbles across the floor, so the connection is definitely lost.
Can I fix that really quick? Kind of like put it together, grab it?
Why? Why do you want her phone to work?
We are
Because I want to throw my voice and tell this person it's okay.
This will take a minute or so. Also,
later.
Rudyard is now into the full view, and she backs back, and she has just pure horror in her face.
If I touch the key in my pocket, can I put her in a dream?
Yeah, you could.
I'm gonna put her in a dream, but it's gonna be a nice dream. I'm gonna put her in a nice dream where she's in a meadow.
The thing is, you can dream shape reality with this thing, but it is connected to the dream it came from, and it is a dream of the cliff, so it would be a nightmare.
Okay, I'll put her in there anyway.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!
Did you want to get the cops called on you? We can wake her up. We did it for him. We did it for Lars.
How to break a human mind in 2 easy steps.
Put her in a dream.
Put her in a
Dreams are
bag.
nice.
Put her in a bag. Find a bag. Put her in the bag.
Wait, why are we putting her in the bag?
I don't know, panicking.
Dixie, please roll Wits plus Occult. And you can add your wit rating, which should be 2 by now.
I'm dying right now.
Great, I
Yes,
love it.
I am
I've-
too.
I think what Dita will try to do later on is to grab all of these
One
characters and run.
The same thing happens to this poor woman as to Lars, and you can see her collapsing on the floor,
Oh, I feel
and
guilty
then
about
her dreadlocks slowly start pulling against gravity, and she starts falling.
Vincent, keep an eye on her while we figure everything else out. Thank you.
this. Princeton grabbed
What
her.
did you just do to her,
She's
Cynthia?
she's in a nightmare. It's fine. As long as she doesn't hit the ground, she'll be fine.
So you threw her from a nightmare into another nightmare.
I threw her
Get
into a
inside.
nightmare where she couldn't call the police on us.
Get
Can
inside.
you,
Okay, so I'm
can
gonna
you repair this this damage in any way?
We woke up Lars. He's fine.
Rudy is going to close the door.
I got out.
Who is Lars?
Oh, Princeton's boyfriend.
Let's stop using names in case anybody's listening in, and you're gonna see Rudy pull out a balaclava out of his pocket and then put it over his head and go, "We're gonna make this look like we were never here," and he's gonna start knocking shit over like this place just got broken into.
I start looking through the apartment too to see if I can like make it look like someone left in a hurry.
Was she not on the phone when we walked in here?
He
We've-
was on the phone.
we've got a
So
Very-
whoever is on the other side is either still there or calling the police. at
Well,
this-
right. So we have to make this quick. That's what I just said.
So, and that I can order stuff again in my head, I need to understand your actions. So, Rudyard is messing the place up.
I
Zilke is starting to stuff things into a bag.
At least it's on
And-
people.
At
At least it's not people. Yay! And somehow I have the feeling that putting people into bags would be a better solution. But I'm not here to judge. I'm here to
Adjudicate.
Consequences.
So,
I think Dita actually goes down on one knee and starts to make sure that this woman is somewhat comfortable, and actually will put like a hand on her chest or something to try to calm her down. Yeah. Just,
You weren't here for the last one, but she's literally like, her body is like it's falling. Like gravity is working weird on her body right now.
then I need to
Hold on to her.
Probably yes, hold her in place as well.
That's a pretty
Gently,
good
as
idea.
gently as I can, of course.
Also, you notice that she hit her head at something. There's a blood smear on your fingers as you try to bring her into a good position.
Oh no. Oi, Prince Charming.
Yes.
I need you to look around this place, find some names, and then we need to make a ransom letter.
All right. Yeah, Princeton's gonna go. He's looking for letters. He's looking for phone books. He's looking for any information about names, anything discernible there.
You find names. Also, you find pictures and other stuff. You learn 2 names. They aren't of concern to you right now. They're good for ransom letter, and you identify one of them being the real name of the Spring Queen you know as Knux.
Oh, Meadow, that's a really fitting name for her. Oh, yeah. Letter. And he's gonna take the pen and start writing a letter.
I just picture him writing in like perfect princely
Oh,
calligraphy.
it's
He's like,
princely-
to whomever it may concern. I have taken the fair maiden.
I have taken Meadow, and if she is desired to be returned, I ask for a sum of 2 million euros.
Be delivered where?
To be delivered to the... And he picks some place that's like the farthest point away from the Spreepark.
Other side of the city. Perfect.
Yeah, other side, just completely other side of the city. And if this is not delivered within 24 hours, I will flee, and she will never be found.
To what purpose is...
To get them away from the Spreepark. That's all that we care about. We don't want them to invade our space. She was killed at the Spreepark by one of us.
But this meadow...
A fetch.
A
That's
fetch.
all.
A dead fetch.
Just a bundle of sticks and rock and stone and buttons. And you see fucking Rudy is like trying to quietly like break shit and then like open up drawers and toss stuff around.
I think that'll actually do it, Rudy. We should probably wake her up now. Do you have your headphones?
Yeah.
That worked for the last person. Just turn them up as loud as you can.
And I go ahead and put on some more creative.
What incredibly loud metal song are you gonna play for her?
Before we go to there, does Dita want to do anything about the wound?
Yeah. But first of all, has we learned anything from this situation that has given us a, help to resolving the matter?
We're just covering up right now.
Okay. I think I'm gonna use my ability to heal wounds by taking clarity damage on this person, and I don't know if that would work on any kind of like mental wounds as well. I have no idea. No, it's bashing or lethal damage. Maybe, yeah, she has bashing damage, isn't it?
Yeah, she got bashed.
Yeah. Mild clarity damage the same as the bashing damage, healed.
It is 2 points.
Yeah. I think while Dita does this, she like whispers softly to the woman on the floor that everything's going to be okay. Yeah.
Everything's going to be alright. You will take away her pain, her wounds. You just add them to your own. There are many wounds you've taken, and there's much space for so many more. Until one day, you're only made out of scars. But maybe that is penance. Who knows? And you feel how everything starts to slip. There is this immense humming of the key. It is a drowning, deep sound, reverberating everywhere, coming back from the doors. And you see the shadows of the sound waves. It is a crazy, powerful thing you found there. It is based on a contract so old, so ancient, that it has the ability to form stories, to transfer themes that are old as mankind and reshape reality. And it is in your hands, in the hands of your friends, people who bring you into situations where you have to take wounds and pain from others. You look around and you see there's a bowl on a counter next to the apartment door. There's some loose keys in there. And by itself, it's humming in the same tone as the key. It was here before.
Stretch towards the bowl and rummage to get the key. And then I hold it up in front of, well, no, I'm still focused on Meadow on the floor, but I hold it up for the others to see.
There's more than one key.
No, there's only one key. But the key was here before you brought it here.
Oh, okay. It's been here before.
Yes.
That's disturbing. We should go. We should really go.
We need to wake her up first.
Yes, why don't we put her in the bathroom and, like, lock the door?
We're not going to lock her in her bathroom. We're going to wake her up and I'm going to tell her what happened. Just like I did with Lars.
All right. Maybe I should step out. We should step out and you tell them and say you're a kindly citizen who stepped in.
I know what I will say.
Okay.
It's fine.
Princeton? I think you should go sing somewhere.
Yeah. And he's gonna, like, step outside the side of the door and just is humming. Singing to himself a little.
Do you need me? And he's still got the balaclava over his face, and he's like zipping up his leather jacket to make himself look more like a kidnapper.
Wake her up with your bad music.
Goes ahead and puts headphones on over her ear and starts playing something by Tone Mold. just very loud and just a lot of pig squeals and just grinding metal.
And she opens her eyes. She has bright green eyes. And as you're so close to her, you see that they're red from tears. She is confused and frightened.
I'm just gonna hold up a finger.
We'll spend a point of glamour and use glide tongue again. I get it on Lars. And I will lean down to her and I will say, "You're distraught. You fainted, you hit your head, and you've been having a nightmare. But when we leave, you're going to wake up. Your friend will still be missing, but you'll be able to start grieving and coping, and things will get better." And then Zilka just leaves.
And Rudy's gonna stand up and just walk out of the room backwards and slowly close the apartment door, as menacing as possible.
And you pick something up on your way outside. There's a tiny white folded note next to the key bowl. The door closes. The lock snaps into position. And you're outside of this tiny world you left so disrupted.
Oh, wow, I wasn't even thinking, Princeton says. I could have totally done this differently.
Oh?
Yes, I could have just looked like her. Ah, it's been a day.
I think there are many steps we could have done differently in this, but hopefully it will be okay.
Right, Rudy. Rudyard.
Let's go before the poet's eyes show up.
Right.
You leave. Where are you going to?
Rudy is going to ask where Dita can be dropped off that's not Spreepark, and is going to ask Dita to take a walk, and then you can come back. Just for like an hour or so, just to give some time away from the park and everything, just in case anyone follows us.
Okay. Yeah. Dita can be dropped basically anywhere. She doesn't mind walking. So she could probably walk from here.
Perfect. Sorry things turned out like that this evening.
It's a weird mess to be kind of, thrown into like this. But it seems to have been handled now.
Sometimes we gotta do what we don't want to do. Have a good night, Dita.
Be careful, Rudyard.
Always.
Yes.
And he is going to drive the motorcycle a block away from Lars's bar and wait.
Yeah, I imagine Princeton, after their ordeal, once he's clopping away on Maximus, will text again and be like, "Do you want to see me tonight?"
Still takes some time until there's an answer. I'm not feeling well. Maybe tomorrow.
All right. I love you, Lars, is the text that he sends.
So do I.
And I think Princeton makes his way to a different bar with an open mic. And he sings. And he sings about the ache of a heart and the arduous journey and fear of loneliness and loss and a small bit of hope that perhaps it's not all for naught. And while there is darkness and loneliness and concern right now, it could once more blossom into something more beautiful, just with some time.
You have this gift, this voice. It is irresistible. I can't say for sure. Maybe they joined you because you touched their heart. And maybe they joined you because you made them to. Where's Silke going?
The wind, apparently. I think.
Tact!
I think Zilka probably posted up with Rudy just to kind of keep an eye on whatever Princeton was doing. Because, like, one of us could try to, check out, make something bad's happening. The other one could always go tell somebody. But once we see that Princeton doesn't show up, I think that she would take the key to her queen. Because this is clearly too dangerous for one of us to have.
Flex is very, very concerned and disoriented about this thing. She's feeling very you get the sense that she doesn't want to hold to it, which is probably good.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, thank you. This is something rather special.
But dangerous in the wrong hands.
It is very much so. I will have to think about this. But you have to... I'm sorry to say this, but I need you to promise me you won't tell anybody else.
Well, but the whole motley knows.
Well, we have to inform them that this is a promise you are making right now.
Why?
I think this would be safe with Simon. But Jude might consider its uses, and I don't want to know what Nela would be able to do with this thing.
True.
We wouldn't want them to be tempted. So better keep radio silence about this.
I can do that. I'm good at keeping secrets.
Promise.
Can I still talk about it with my motley?
Sure.
Then yes, I promise.
Thank you. Please tell them you made this promise. I won't bind you by oath or thorn or anything like this. I trust you.
That is an honor. Most people don't.
I think as much as we need secrecy, we also need trust. And I thank you very much for taking up this mighty quest for me, which also could have been a horse heist. So, speaking of horse heists, we truly have to get something out there and worry about all the horse heists. We gonna do, but maybe one last question. How is she doing?
How is Sue doing?
I think you must have spoken to her, too.
Oh, the woman.
Yeah.
She's distraught, but unaware?
Well, horse heists. All the magnificent horse heists. And she gets up from the cushion she was sitting on and goes over to the shelves with the tiny tea boxes and says, I don't have heist tea, but I do have horse tea. What do you think about horse tea?
I don't know how I feel about horse tea.
You will love it.
I believe you.
So, how's Dita doing?
Taking her time, walking back to the Spreepark. She has a sense of unwanted responsibility now, again. And we'll probably have to just check in on that meadow from afar later on. But her main concern right now is actually helping Marcus and finding someone he can talk to. So that is probably where what she focuses on her walk back.
Great. Rudyard.
Mm-hmm. Rudyard's going to go ahead and say goodnight to Silka when Silka leaves and says, I'm going to stay up a little bit longer, make sure things are okay. And he's going to do something he hasn't done in a long time, and he is going to indulge himself on some old vices he used to have, and he's going to buy a bottle of alcohol and rubber bands from a local corner store. And he is going to listen to music and get rip-roaring drunk across the street from Lars's bar. And when he feels that he is sufficiently drunk enough and that it is late enough and nobody's around, he's going to take a note that he's written that says, stay away from Prince Charming, or he's going to be locked up in a tower, and you don't want that. And he's going to rubber band it to a brick that he finds on the sidewalk. And he's going to quickly toss it through the window of Lars's bar and then just turn and walk away into the night.
I have nothing. Sorry.
And the last thing he's going to say before he tosses it is, sorry, Princeton. Sometimes it's got to be this way.
I've nothing to add. This is the end. I thank you.
That was perfect, Wes. And thank you, Tom.
That was wonderful and terrible, Wes. All of it was great. Oh.
It
I
was
like how
beautiful.
we now had 2 games where it's ended with somebody betraying
Yeah, somebody else
various
in the
team
party.
members.
Yeah.
Whew.
I love my friends.
We're so good, so healthy, healthy
So
coping
healthy.
mechanisms.
Wonderful friendship. Good motley.
Oh.
I mean, it's Changeling. We're all a little messed up, right?
Oh, it's delightful.
Yeah.
So, thank you everybody for watching. I'm excited about the giveaway too. We'll be getting those in the mail soon here. Then we got some information. Yeah. Tom, you gonna talk about where people can find you, follow you?
Yeah, I am Tom
Plug your
Murr.
plugs.
You can find me on the Gehenna Gaming Discord, on Carrying Comfort Discord, and on the Onyx Path Discord, where I sometimes mess in the Changeling discussion channel. And aside of this, you can find me on Twitter at Tom Murr and then the number 2. And I hope we will meet again soonish, as soon as I got something new to do and got some new projects. We will see what will happen.
And for all we know, the Spreepark will come back at some point because we've enjoyed doing these characters every few months.
It's very fun. And also, we got to figure out what happened with that brick in that bottle.
Or not. We
And who
can
was
just
that?
leave it there.
Yeah,
Who was that? Who was that missing person who ran away? So many things left unsaid. Hi, I'm Kay. You can find me as well on the Gehenna Gaming as well as the Carrying Comfort Discord, and you can see me this coming Monday for the Q&A of Monster Hearts Gehenna Valley on Gehenna Gaming's Twitch, followed soon too by our series finale Prom Night. You can also find me very soon on Saturday the 3rd. We will be having a one-shot on Carrying Comfort Studio of V5 set in Nashville, and it's promising to be very bloody, if that's your thing. And the week after, on the 10th, a new series, Heart, the City Beneath, will be going on as well. You can catch us all on Carrying Comfort Studio for that.
Awesome. Jenny?
Basically, you can find me behind books right now because I'm studying. So that's it.
Buried behind some books.
Yeah, because I'm really put everything on hold and delved into my education. So
There should be a just to answer Twin Dad, which is in chat. There should be a Discord link just under us. Like it says like about the Onyx Path, and next to it says Twitter, Facebook, onyxpath.com, Discord, and merch. So click that Discord link if you want to join us.
Perfect.
It's right there. It's right there.
It's right there. It's right beneath me, I think.
Wes, what about you?
Hi, yeah, like I said at the top of the show, Wes, or Brother Wes Franks from Carrying Comfort Studios. I'm the creative director and founder. And we have a great slate of stuff, like Kay said before. Also, tonight, we have Kingdom Hearts: The Interstitial War. It's our 10th episode, and I shall be special guest appearing on it. So that's a little bit of a surprise there. I typically want to stay away from other shows but to give people other time on the stream. But I was asked, and so I said I would appear on this episode, and we may have another special guest. So keep your eyes peeled for that, as well as tomorrow night we have our finale for Rage Across Birmingham, a Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition 6-part series that had been going on, and we took a little break because of VHC. But we're going to be finishing that up tomorrow night, so go ahead and check that out. That will be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, the Werewolf game tomorrow night, and then tonight is 7:30 p.m. Eastern for Kingdom Hearts Interstitial War. And then we have Crack the Sky Alpha, which is a anime-influenced mech game using the Lancer RPG system that takes some themes from Gundam, Starship Troopers, and Mastodon's album Crack the Sky. So go ahead and check out all of those. And we also have a slew of other programming coming up. So if you want to keep your eyes peeled for that, then go ahead and follow me on @BrotherXWes on Twitter, or @ComfortCarrion for Carrying Comfort Studios Twitter, where we'll make all of our announcements for future shows, like Victorian Mage series that's coming up. or any other number of things. And I just like to say thank you, Tom, for letting me be a part of this. This was excellent. A great way to spend an afternoon.
Hi, I'm Dixie Cochran, Dixie Cyanide on most social media. You can find me all over various Discords with that same handle, although I, change it sometimes for fun. Like right now, I think I'm Dixie Snack Aside on Carry and Comfort, because why not? Currently for the Onyx Path, we have our adventure Kickstarter ongoing. It just started yesterday, so it's brand new for Trinity Continuum. Thanks, Ben. Yes. For Trinity Continuum Adventure, which is our pulp version set in the 1930s. So if you want to punch Nazis, that's the book you get for that. If you like Indiana Jones, The Mummy, like that kind of action adventure, perfect for that. I'm very, very excited about it. It was the only Trinity book back in the day that didn't get supplements, so we are funding the first ever Trinity Adventure supplements right now, which is super exciting. Like all the other ones got them, like Aberrant, Aeon, like all those got the supplements back in the day. This is the first time that Adventure has had any support besides just a core book, so it's going to be awesome. We're already past our goals. Everything's gravy. We have a month to go. Super excited on that. That's been linked in the chat, so please check that out. And yeah. I have to always stop myself from saying Many Worlds, One Pathcast at the end of my spiel because I do that every week.
Same thing with me and Comfort Comes Soon. I was on somebody else's stream and I was about to say it and I was like, no.
Yeah, no, seriously, every stream I'm on, whether it's VHC, whether it's Carrying Comfort, whatever, after I plug my stuff, I just want to go. You can find us at theonyxpath.com, and as always, Many Worlds, One Pathcast.
Amazing.
Thank you all for watching. I think that does it for us. The further adventures of the Spreepark 5.
6. Or
it's 5.
Don't forget the horse.
Don't forget Matt.
Well, then change the name of our chat, Tom.
Yeah, I will. Because I don't want to be replaced by a horse. So.
But you can
Maximus
be all
is wonderful
horses.
and beautiful. You are the horse, though. The horse is your representative character, Tom.
Yeah, all horses.
All
Sure.
horses.
So
all
if we do a
horses.
horse heist, are we actually doing a Tom heist?
Yes.
Okay.
I am horse incarnate.
Wes, I think you can cut this off before.
Okay, yeah. So
Ridiculous.
thank you so much to the Onyx Path. Thank you, everybody
Thank you.
involved.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, everybody else. I hope you have a great rest of your evening and have a great day.